Let's do something for the podcast, for a Gypsy Nomad and the universe. And what crossed my mind today by a post that I seen of someone saying that they wanted to pull their energy back from whatever they place their energy when it comes to people. The most beautiful thing that you can do for yourself is to always realize that the energy that you've given, somebody needed it and required it in that moment. So when you love and you've given love, or you've given your energy freely with nothing in return, there is no pulling your energy back from anything. You've given it in a freeing way. So if you didn't give it freely and you didn't give it from an open heart, then of course you're going to want to so-called pull it back, which is not even a thing anyway. Once you've given your energy to something and you've left that energy, your energy that you continue to emit and create will end up, and how you view it will end up continuing nurturing whatever you gave your energy to. And that's a beautiful thing. Why would you want to take that back? People in your life that you've given to and that you've loved, no matter how long the time span, not only did they require it, but you required it. Because at the end of the day, this is all you, right? There is nothing separate from yourself. So not only when you say you're pulling your energy back from something, you're also taking away the energy from yourself because it's you. So yeah, there's just so many things now that I hear and I see and I sit back and I observe, and I chuckle sometimes because I'm like, does this really make sense? Unconditional love is knowing that no matter where you put your energy, no matter what mind frame you were in, no matter who you gave it to, was needed for that appointed time. And now you're in a space where you can focus on the next thing and keep it moving. And it's, who cares if the person respected it or didn't receive it in the way that you perceived it to be, or, disregarded the energy that you placed into it. As long as you entered a situation with a pure heart, everything that you put out energetically always gets returned onto you anyway. And so why would you want to take that back? These are just questions that I ask myself. Why would I put the energy into something that is already past tense? Something that I've already given my energy to, pull that forward into the present moment and feel like I've accomplished something because I'm now taking back the energy that I'm supposedly wholeheartedly gave you with pure intentions. It just doesn't make sense. So going forward, I think it's super important to realize that everything and everyone and every place that you see in your current reality is all you anyway. So it's better to bless the energy of where you've placed it than to pull something so-called back and do what with it now? It's better to live in awareness. It's better to live with a more expansive reality and realizing, okay, maybe what I put my energy to in that moment wasn't exactly where, I thought I wanted to be. And now going forward, I can channel this energy and be more directive with where I wanted to go. And I have more awareness now with where I'm putting my energy. And let's just start fresh again, you know? Because who's to say, if we're living from a place of knowingness, if you didn't feel that you put your energy into something that was more sacred than you thought it was going to be, is it more about the person or is it more about you? Like, I feel like this is something that we constantly tend to forget, is self-accountability of where we've placed our energy and being okay with what we did, how we did it, where we placed it, our perspective at that moment, how we perceived the situation, and being okay with that. Let my energy be there, and moving forward, I'm placing my energy now into more awareness and more love. And I don't expect anything in return, because not only am I giving from a pure heart, I'm giving from an intentional mindset. And that in itself is enough for you to not have to constantly, because that's still living in the past. You know, you think you're doing something powerful by pulling your energy back from something that's already existed, but it's still living in the past. But you're cloaking it with this so-called powerful move that you're giving your energy and you're taking it back from the situation, but it's old energy. What the fuck are you gonna do with that? Anyways, so yeah, these are just things that I think about and I like sharing, because it's just a whole different mind frame of how I live my life and how I perceive things to be, you know. And I think it's beautiful when you can actually sit back and observe what you've done and realize that now, this present moment, and alchemizing my energy into a different space, into a different time, into a different understanding, into different people, into different places, you know, and be grateful for where you've been and where you're at now, and that you can see the difference of where it is that you want to be going forward, and be in gratitude for that, and to thank yourself for, you know, being aware of the difference of the tuning into a certain frequency now that you can see something for what it is, you know. But the energy that you gave that needed to be, because whatever you gave that energy to required that. And even though you don't see it, you left it better off, or maybe you didn't, because intentional, if you're trying to pull something back, it's like giving somebody a present and be like, oh, well, since you're a bitch today, give me that shit back. I mean, do we do that? And I hope not. You gave it with a pure intention. This is for you. I don't care about your character, because I don't allow it to affect me. You know what I'm saying? If we're dealing with people or humans, I don't allow it to affect me. I gave you this gift. I gave you this present with an open heart and an open mind, you know, and I'm thankful for whether it was a lesson, whether it was a season, whether it was a lifetime, you know, and leave it where it is. Going forward, just realize you need to redirect your shit a little better than where you were at. And it's okay. So yeah, I think that's, I'm just gonna start dropping these little jewels, at least for me. They're jewels because it's like when I see things that I used to be in, and this is a perfect example. You know, I used to be all praising of pulling your energy back and matching energy. That's too much. I don't want to match your energy, because that shit's foul. But if it's beautiful, I'm going to be there with you in a very passionate and an erotic and beautiful way, because it makes me fucking feel good, you know? But I'm not about to match your ugliness or your inconsistency, or, you know, matching your attitude and just your dirty specks of frequency. Like, who wants to do that when there's this other place and other places to engage in? You know, you're gonna judge your own self. You have to sleep with yourself late at night. I don't. So why does it even matter? Keep your energy, move it forward, and just be in gratitude, baby. Peace.